Here's something nobody tells you about moving to America. It's not just about landing a visa, it's about navigating an entire universe of confusion, paperwork, horror stories, and burning questions that keep you up at night. Every single hopeful immigrant, myself included, has found themselves asking, am I even applying for the right visa? What if my application gets denied? What really happens at the interview? Today, right now, I'm pulling back the curtain. Whether you are dreaming of studying, working, or living permanently in the US, I'm going to answer the most common, crucial visa questions that could change the course of your journey, because you should not have to figure this out alone. Welcome back to Moving to America, the channel dedicated to helping you make sense of life in the US as an immigrant. I'm living proof that you can not only survive the labyrinth of American visas, but you can come out the other side with your sanity intact. In this video, I'm breaking down the most asked questions about US visas. This isn't just a surface level. I've been through this process myself and helped others go through it too. If you want to avoid rookie mistakes, stop losing sleep about your application, and finally understand how this all works, grab a notebook, because you won't want to miss a single detail. Let's jump right in with the classic. Which visa should I apply for? It might sound basic, but for so many of us, this question sparks weeks of frantic Googling. Here's what most people don't realize. The US has more than 185 types of visas. The right visa depends entirely on your intentions. Students most often apply for F1 or M1 visas. Workers might look at H1B, L1 or O1, while permanent immigrants aim for family-based or employment-based green cards. Your background, employment, and even country of origin can influence which options make sense for you. Don't just copy what your distant cousin or random TikTok influencer did. Start with a clear goal, then research the list of options. Pro tip: use the official Visa Wizard tool on travel.state.gov to narrow it down. Second biggest question: how long does the visa process take? Here's the plot twist. There's no universal answer. Student visas can be processed in a matter of weeks, while some green card applications take years, sometimes close to a decade if your country has a backlog. Work visas like H1B have lotteries and annual caps that can delay or deny even the most qualified people. The real secret? Start early, expect delays, and never book your plane ticket until your visa is stamped in your passport. Next up, the most nerve-wracking moment. What should I expect at the visa interview? For many of us, this is the scariest step. The good news? Most interviews are straightforward if you've prepared and told the truth in your application. Honesty is your best friend. Typical questions include why you want to go to the US, what you'll do there, your ties to your home country, and how you'll support yourself financially. Bring all required documents, and remember, consular officers can spot inconsistencies in seconds. If you're genuine and organized, you have nothing to fear. And yes, being nervous is 100% normal. A related question I get all the time is, what are the most common reasons for visa denials? Here's the tough pill to swallow. It's mostly about insufficient evidence, gaps in your story, or missing documents. Some of the top reasons: not proving strong enough ties to your home country, which is especially key for tourist and student visas, incomplete forms, or being caught in a lie. Sometimes it's something completely out of your control, like a sudden change in US immigration policy. If you're denied, don't panic. You can usually reapply or appeal, but learn exactly why you were denied before trying again. Here's a question that keeps a lot of families up at night. Can my spouse and children come with me to the US? In most cases, yes, but there are strings attached. Most student and work visas allow you to sponsor immediate family. The often overlooked detail: spouses and kids usually get their own dependent visa, like F2 or H4. Dependents sometimes face their own restrictions. They can't always work or even study freely, depending on the primary visa. Check the fine print before you uproot your family. This one is huge. Can I work in the US on my visa? The answer depends entirely on your visa's classification. Work visas obviously allow work, but student visas often restrict it to on-campus jobs or specific practical training programs. Tourist visas? Absolutely no work legal allowed, even remote work for a foreign company. If you're caught working illegally, it can mean immediate deportation and a permanent ban from the US. Trust me, don't risk it. Now, for everyone dreaming of putting down roots, how do I transition from a temporary visa to a green card? Contrary to what some websites claim, there's no magic switch. Each temporary visa has its own path, or sometimes no path, towards permanent residency. Certain work visas like H-1B or L-1 are what's called dual intent, which means applying for a green card is possible. F1 students, for example, need employer sponsorship or to marry a US citizen to eventually get a green card. Start planning your long-term goals early so you can chart the right route. Here's a myth buster. Does having a visa guarantee I can enter the US? I wish. Having a visa means you're eligible to travel to the US and request entry, but the final decision is up to the Customs and Border Protection Officer at the airport. If your answers at the border contradict your visa's purpose, you can be denied entry and sent home. So keep calm, bring your supporting documents, and never make stuff up to border agents. By now, you're probably wondering, what are my chances of getting a visa? The truth is, approval rates differ wildly depending on your country, visa type, and how well you follow instructions. Some consulates approve over 80% of tourist visas, while others, especially for high-risk countries, are much stricter. But above all, the number one factor you control is the truthfulness and completeness of your application. I get asked almost daily, is it worth hiring an immigration lawyer? Honestly, for straightforward visas, most people do fine on their own if they follow the instructions closely. But if you have complicated circumstances, like a criminal record, prior overstay, or a tricky family situation, a qualified immigration lawyer can save you from costly mistakes. And if you ever feel lost or overwhelmed, even one consultation helps. Let's bust one last misconception. Will applying for a visa hurt my future chances if I'm denied? Simply applying does not go on your record. What matters most is honesty in your application and learning from any mistakes if you're denied. A denial isn't a life sentence, unless it's because of fraud or material misrepresentation. Phew, that was a whirlwind. I wish someone had told me these things before I started my own journey. If you're still watching, you're already ahead of 90% of visa applicants out there. So I want to hear from you. What's one visa question you wish someone had answered sooner? Drop it in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe for more real-world immigrant advice, and share this video with anyone who feels lost in the visa maze. Remember, moving to America is rarely simple, but you're not walking this road alone. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep dreaming big, because your American journey is just beginning.